So judging by the title, you've clicked on this video because you know what's about to happen. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Gia. Welcome to my channel. Before I start the video, I have to give a huge freaking shout out to my best friend of 12 years for being the one to place the order for this product that I'm about to review. I asked Desi the day before and I said, hey, if I send you money via Cash App, will you buy this product for me? Because I'm gonna be working all day. There's no way I can. For those of you who don't know, my best friend's name is Desiree. She's a brand new mom. She is the dopest. I was at work all day, the launch of this product, so there was no way in hell that I was gonna be able to order it and hopefully get it before it sold out. And I just wanted to give a huge flipping thank you to my best friend for going out of her way for me. I just love her so much and I just wanted to give her a huge thank you before I start this video because without her, this might not have been possible. God bestowed upon me this gift to blend thy eyeshadow and here we are doing it. Huge disclaimer. I know this person that I'm about to mention, as you probably can tell from the title, is super controversial. I am very aware. I do not like the politics of the beauty community, so we're not even gonna get into it. Today I'm super excited because I am, as you probably can tell by my Instagram, the color queen in terms of I just love color. As you can see, I'm wearing highlighter green today. This is a cropped hoodie. I would be sweating otherwise. My air conditioner is gonna pop off every once in a while. You're definitely gonna hear it. I just have to say I live in Arizona. I am not going to sweat to death for this freaking review. This is so crazy because like I've never been a part of one of these launches before at all, like to get the product the day of. So to get started, I got a beautiful pink box in the mail today. So here we are reviewing the Jeffree Star Summer Collection of 2019. I 100% never thought that this would be me purchasing launch items. I usually wait until everybody's had a chance to review everything so I can get a really good idea of how the product works. Let's get into it. I'm so excited to see how everything looks. His packaging is always super cute, so I am just excited. Let's break open this box and see what's inside. My hoodie is going to match the packaging because I've already seen what he was going to wrap it in online and I got super excited. So we have the chartreuse lime green packaging. So I only purchased the Jawbreaker palette and the Brain Freeze highlighter palette. I've been wanting to try his highlighters for a really long time. I didn't get any of the lips because I'm not a lipstick kind of person. So right here I have baby blue pastel tissue paper with obviously his little sticker that says Brain Freeze on it. And this is what is the first thing in the palette. I feel so bad when I rip tissue paper because I'm like, I could totally reuse this. So he wraps everything in bubble wrap, which I really appreciate. On the back, it just says, take your glow everywhere, blind the world, 6 shades, vegan, cruelty-free. When applied, glow can be seen from outer space, which I think is so cute. So that being said, this is what the packaging looks like. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. My lights kind of suck. But this is what it looks like. Very frosty, kind of like very icy themed. And it says Skin Frost Pro Palette on the front. And then this is actually what the packaging of it looks like. It's very like the ices from the movie theater kind of vibe. In the actual palette, he does have one of these little cover thingies to just kind of prevent any breaking or product dispensing on the mirror. He even has a little kind of a film over the mirror if you guys can see that. But this is what the palette looks like. It's 6 shades. I don't know if I'll get to use all of them. I do sometimes do makeup for my friends. Just, you know, freelance, and they seem to always differ in shade than me. Obviously, I'm very olive toned. My friends are very fair or very deep complexion, so this is definitely a very versatile palette for me in terms of doing other people's makeup because I'll have a highlight shade for everybody. This is what the highlighter palette looks like. The star of the show, which is obviously the Jawbreaker palette, which is in this really cute baby pink tissue. I thought everything was going to come in neon green, but it did not. So I'm really upset about that. I know that they have the official neon green in there still, but I was really hoping for every single thing to be packaged neon green. So this is what the palette looks like in the actual unicarton. which is just a very white, splattery kind of reflective embossment, which is really nice. You can actually feel where it says Jawbreaker. It's really nice in there and very clean. Obviously, thank God it's not white, or else I'd be in big trouble. But this is the actual palette itself. This is my first time seeing it like in person. So opening it up, oh my God, seeing this in person is nuts. So the grand reveal of the Jawbreaker palette, my first time seeing it. All right, so I always prime my eyes when I'm about to do colorful shadow first, and I don't do my face base. So what I'm gonna do is use my Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. And I'm just gonna dot my eyelids, or actually just swipe, like, you know, make a mess, why not? I'm just gonna go ahead and blend in the concealer just so that it holds the color once I've decided what I wanna do. I always like to say within my videos that if you're using color, you definitely don't wanna set your eyes right away. You definitely wanna wait, just because I feel like it gives you the best hold of your color possible. It's better to actually just have wet eyes so that it holds the shadow. I don't know how his shadows are going to perform. Even if I were to set it, I just don't want to chance it. So I typically will leave the concealer wet just to hold the color as well. Okay guys, I'm just gonna start over from scratch. I did a look, but it just wasn't it for me. Okay guys, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to go in with the color Soaked. And I'm going to start that on the outer corner, just within my outer V, and work it kind of like not up into my crease, but I'm going to work it just on the outer part of the eye right now. And then like just patting, because I feel like patting it is going to do it more justice. Blues are always really hard to work with, so I mean, it's not different and comparable to other blues that I've used prior. It's definitely comparable for sure. I'm just patting to get the most pigment, and then I'm going to go in with a different shade and blend it out. Using a small Essential Crease Brush by IT Cosmetics, I'm going to go in with the color Brain Freeze. And I'm just going to blend out that blue. Oh my God, Brain Freeze is so pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see that. That was just, wow. Oh, yeah, you can definitely see Brain Freeze. But I'm just blending that color at the top just to smoke out Soak's shade. Oh my God, shut up. That is so pigmented. I was not expecting that. It's very pigmented for being a pastel-y blue, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Soaked, just because I took away a bit of that color when I was blending. So while the concealer is still tacky on my other eye, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just to kind of diffuse the color. I love blue eyeshadow more than anything, and I didn't ever think in my life that I would, but I definitely love me some blue eyeshadow. 10 out of 10. Going in with the Real Techniques base shadow brush, I'm going to use the shade Coral Orange shade right here, and I'm going to dust that over the remainder of my lid. She's cute, she's real cute, but she's not popping up the way I want. It could be the brush too. Sometimes the brush choice also has a lot to do with it. I probably would have gone on with a packer brush, but don't have one right now, so I might just use my finger. Yep, I'm just gonna use my finger. So I'm just going in with that shade with my finger, and I'm just packing that on. Very summery, very cute. I'm going in on the other eye with the same shade and my finger. I'm a huge believer that if you can't get a shadow to work for you with like a brush that's not working because you don't have one that's good enough available, just use your finger. Like, why not, you know? Like, it'll actually warm up the product and usually has a better blend than an actual brush would. Not to say you can't clean up if you need to, but I just find that it works pretty good. There's not a lot of fallout from the shade, so I'm kind of impressed. These shadows are really powdery, but not in a bad way. My Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, super powdery as well, but it just does the job so well, and the colors are just, you can't even compete. This is really good. It's super cute. Is it the best shade to work with? The blues honestly really blew me away the most, if I'm honest. But these are really fun. I think if I had a whiter base, it would show up a lot better, but obviously I use something comparable to my skin tone, so a little bit lighter than my skin tone, if you will, but they're doing pretty well. I mean, even with just the finger alone. I'm just dusting over the corners just to keep that blend. Honestly, you can tell that these shadows are so pigmented because I just barely tapped that, and you can see that the excess of the shadow kind of splattered on. So just be very careful when applying them. It probably would have been better to re-wet my concealer. I kind of want to give the color a little bit of dimension. So I think I'm going to go in with Snack and just kind of dust it over just ever so slightly to give it a bit of a foiled look. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my eyes really quickly with a makeup wipe. And I'm just going to create a faux wing like I normally do. I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera. I'm going to finish a little bit of the under eye and then I will be right back. Alright everybody, I am back. I'm going to do some finishing touches on the under eyes. I'm going to see if I can add a couple more colors to the scheme just so that we get a good idea of how all the shades work. I already tried the Gumdrop and Sour shades prior to doing this specific look, just because I wasn't really happy with the color combination, the way that I did everything. I obviously took it off, restarted from scratch, but they did perform really well. They're very pigmented, just the color story in themselves, I couldn't save the look. So I decided to do something a little bit different, more kind of in my comfort zone, which I didn't want to do originally, but you know, life is life. So Gumdrop and Sour are great shades. I did try the shade Fuck as well, and the shade Soaked, and both shades performed great. Brain Freeze is in my brow bone and kind of like crease area, which blended Soaked out really, really well. But right now I'm going to go ahead and add a couple different colors just to see how they performed. I also did try Snack, and I kind of put it on the top, kind of like as a topper on top of Fuck, just because I really wanted it to have more of a shimmery kind of look to it, which it really did do it justice, and it kind of toned down that neon but still kept a lot of its personality as well. So I think I'm going to go in with the shade, let's try this. So I'm going to go in with the shade Licorice. I'm going to go in with the shade Licorice on my little Real Techniques smudge brush, and I'm going to smudge that on the outer half of my under eye. And everybody was saying this is a true red, and I would have to agree. I do have his Blood Sugar palette, and even the Blood Sugar palette doesn't have a true red in it, and this is like exactly what I imagined it to be. So so far it looks really good. And it's blending out really, really nicely with this smudge brush as well. That actually looks beautiful. This is a very like 4th of July themed eye look right now, which does not match my background, just by the way. I'm just gonna take licorice on my other eye as well, and I'm just gonna smoke it out. So I'm just kind of taking licorice underneath my wing just for a little bit of a dramatic effect. Just ever so slightly blending it upward. It is a really nice red. Usually I have a lot of issues blending red just because you can never really get a true red, but this is definitely a red. Usually reds have a very pinky tone to them. This definitely is a true red. With another Real Techniques brush, I'm going to go in with my Precision Smudge Brush, and I'm going in with the shade Suck. And that's going to be the entire inner corner of my under eye. I feel like, and this could be just me, Suck and Fuck are in the same tone family because I'm definitely getting a lot of neon orange vibes. I mean, obviously Fuck is a coral shade and Suck is a orange, but I'm definitely getting more of a neon orange vibe than I am anything else. So, I mean, it's cute. It's not my favorite shade, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I can definitely try and see how it works on its own, but it's just not popping as much as I would have wanted. Like my James Charles palette has that orange in there that is just really, really good, and this is okay. This is just not as pigmented as I would have thought it would be. I thought it would have been more like eye grabbing. Obviously in the lights it kind of makes it look a little bit more bright, but in person it's just not. It's kind of lackluster, but I mean, it's not bad. I really do love the licorice shade. I think that is perfect. And I think it complemented the palette really well in being like a 4th of July summer themed palette. So he did really, really well. All right guys, so I'm gonna go in with bottom mascara. Alright guys, now that we're done with the eyes, I'm so excited. Oh my god. So we are going to go in with the Brain Freeze palette. But before I get started, I want to definitely swatch them. Things that I love doing and really that are therapeutic for me are swatching highlighters. So we're gonna use this Armo here, and we're gonna swatch some highlighter shades. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part of every single day is highlighting. So here we go. I'm gonna start out with Cold Shoulder, which is a very icy kind of iridescent blue. It's kind of, yeah, it's a very iridescent light blue. Probably would work really well for like someone with fair skin if they wanted a little bit of pop of color. We have Gold Breaker, which is in the middle, which is a very gold shade. Oh, it's beautiful. And then we have Cocky, which is a very beautiful bronze shade. It's a little powdery, but it's still beautiful. We have Statuesque, which is a very coppery gold tone color, beautiful for medium skin tones. I ran out of fingers. We have Frozen Fruit, which is a very peach toned shade, probably really good for fair to medium skin tones. And then we have the last one, which is going to be Freeze Tag, which is a very icy blue, which I would most likely use for an eyeshadow topper. So it's kind of hard to see with the beauty lights, obviously. They're really beautiful in person. I can insert a picture as well. Okay, just because they're so hard to see, I'm going to go ahead and insert a photo somewhere within this. Obviously you can see they're all over my hands, so let me grab a makeup wipe. Is this the smartest idea I've ever had to swatch all of these highlighters? No, but it was really fun. So I'm gonna go in with Frozen Fruit. I prefer a pinkier highlight. It's just my preference. I love the Anastasia Dream palette just because it's all pink toned highlighters, and it just, for whatever reason, just touches my skin better than any other highlight color ever. So I typically gravitate toward pinkier tone highlighter palettes, right? So I'm gonna go in with Frozen Fruit. I just dampened my beauty blender with some all-nighter setting spray. Oh my god, shut up. Oh my god, he really wasn't playing around. Shit. Honestly, it's crazy on the monitor. It's a little more subtle in real life, but it's pretty intense, no lie. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my other cheekbone. Oh my god. Yo, this is like a literal glow. This is very like more metallic. I should have seriously got his Diamond Wet highlighter. I don't know why I didn't, and now I'm regretting everything. And it doesn't have a gray cast either, which is really nice, which I suffer from. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna use Frozen Fruit on the bridge of my nose. Oh no, that's crazy. Honestly, it's a little bit more silver toned than I would have thought in the beginning. So I'm just gonna blend it out with the back of my beauty blender, not using any more highlight. It's a little bit more silvery tone, very icy, but it's beautiful. Oh my god. Yep. I think these are my new favorite highlighters. So just as a consumer, somebody who loves to play around with makeup, do I think that the Jawbreaker palette should be in everybody's kit? Honestly, me, someone who has friends who are a little bit scared of color, if you're not a color person, don't get the palette. I could honestly recommend the Blood Sugar palette. It has a lot of neutral tones in there that are very wearable for day to day. I am the kind of person who really likes color, so for me this is definitely up my alley. I'm a huge pink, red, purple, green, blue kind of person, so all of these colors definitely speak to me. Not only that, but they're pastel, so they're just going to be really springy, summery colors, which I definitely will use all year round. So if you're not afraid to dabble in the realm that is color, this is definitely for you. As you can probably see from my theme on my channel, it's all color all the time. Or even special effects, and you know, I know there's a lot of people on Instagram who do the cosplays. Definitely something you want to do for sure. This is my first highlighter palette from Jeffree Star, so this is such a treat. I really do like this. I think the shades are beautiful. I think even if I'm not going to use Cocky and Statuesque as actual highlighters, I definitely can use them as eyeshadow toppers. And then Gold Breaker obviously will definitely work for me, but I just wasn't really interested in a gold highlight today. But it's very cute, and I definitely 10 out of 10 will be reaching for this all summer long. No pun intended. As far as the packaging goes, everything was just beautiful. I really am digging the way that this look turned out. It's not out of my comfort zone by any means. I definitely do looks like this day to day anyway, so I mean, for someone else this might be a little bit extra. For me, this is like I could have done more, you know. So very cute. Everything blended really, really well. I try to use as many colors as possible. Like I said, I wiped off my first original color scheme. I just really wasn't digging the pastel purple and the pastel green together. I tried to be cohesive to the background. Didn't do it justice, so I obviously restarted, but I'm really happy with the outcome. So I 10 out of 10 would recommend this palette. I definitely do think that it's worth a try if you're somebody who's looking for a little bit of out of your comfort zone makeup, because he does make stuff that you wouldn't find necessarily anywhere else. So his formulas are really good, and he does pack a full punch for what you're paying for. So I have to say, for 24 shades, I mean, you've got a lot to choose from, and very, very good product consistency, which is super important, especially when you're a consumer spending your hard-earned money, your hard-earned coin on these palettes. With all that being said, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has watched this video and has kind of bared with me. I do not know how long it's going to be. I already know I've filmed probably like an hour and a half already. So 100% if you stuck around for the long haul, you are the greatest ever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the look today. And again, a special, huge, ginormous, gargantuan thank you to my best friend Desi for ordering this palette for me on launch day. To anybody who has watched this far throughout the video, go ahead and leave a heart below just for my best friend who is the greatest ever in the whole world. And I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, I'm Gia. Thanks for watching. Bye!